Alright, welcome to some casual gameplay of Ark Survival Ascended online. Trying to use the Rhinionatha, aka the Flying Bug, to satiate my OCD. Because when you get sap from the trees in Redwood, and you put them in the inventory of your bug, they turn to resin automatically. It converts it. Okay? And you can just then approach a big structure, for example. See the crosshair? It's very, very faint. Very faint crosshair. See how it lights up? But then it all automatically kicks you in from first to third person. Anyhow, if you do that and you hold the right bumper button, it'll highlight. No, that's a lie. There. It'll highlight in white. You could pick up most structures, okay? And when you hold that button, and then you push R2 or RT, the button you would use to shoot somebody in the face in Call of Duty, you'll then pick up the structure. Then you can move around and hit R2 or RT again to place it. You'll be able to move it around as if you were holding it while you're not mounted. But you got to make sure you've got resin, and you can see that at the bottom left where it says 304. If you run out of resin, everything that's inside the structure will be placed in a bag with a 30-minute timer, but the actual structure itself will disappear, aka the vault, or, you know, a dedicated box or whatever. So I wanted to share that with you really quick. I might make a more elaborate video on that at some other point, at some other time. But right now I wanted to show you something. First of all, give me a moment here to fix the rendering. Alright, now I've gotten rid of the fog and the clouds. You know what? Maybe I will show you quickly. So for example, I've got this up here, and I've got some ingots in here. Okay? Now I'm not going to test it and show you what happens when it disappears. First of all, you got to be flying. Hold down that R button, the top one there, when you're holding your controller. The R1 button. And then, right after that, see how it's red? And then now pull the R2 button. See? I picked it up. Look at my resin. Look at that bar. See how it's starting to go down? You don't ever want to hit 0, or you're going to lose your forge, and everything inside will be in a 30-minute bag. Now you go down. And if you get disconnected, it's fine, too. You'll still hold on to the structure. So now you come down close to the ground, pull the R2 button, RT, and see? Now you can start moving it around and placing it. Now, if you want to, like, you know, move it around and stuff like that, that can be a little bit difficult, I'm not going to lie. So if I wanted to rotate this, well, I can't really push triangle, because look what happened. I just got off my mount. You see that? So for the time being, we just want to place it down. So this, I'm not going to lie. This I have a little bit of a hard time with. It could be that it's all about the position and where you picked it up. I don't know. So if I go like that, because it's going to snap. Yeah, that could potentially be how to do it. It can be a little bit tricky. See how it just kind of wants to snap there on the side? I can't seem to turn it the other way. So that, it can be a little bit difficult to do. So that's where you gotta sort of, you know what I mean, eventually come to a point where it's like, okay, this is not exactly how I want it, so I'm just going to go in here. You're going to grab everything out. Put it put it inside your bug, your RG, your Quetzal, in your ass for all I care. Just put it somewhere. Nothing beats, though, doing it this way. Now that there's nothing in here, I can just go and pick it up. Remember, that's a new thing, I believe, for this version of the game. And then from here, we've got more control, because now we've got different rotations and snap points and whatnot, right? So it wants to snap there, gives us that nice little spacing on the side, and it's symmetrical to the space given here. Basically a third of the way into a foundation on each side. So you still kind of have to do that, okay? So that's how you would do that. Now, if you had it up against a wall, maybe you'd be able to do it. But I wanted to show you how big my base used to be for the few people that used to follow me. It used to come right here, all the way to here. But then at the bottom, I was too pinched in. And on this side here, I just didn't have that much room. I mean, look at that. There's like no room for a pillar here. You could practically just run in. So I cut it all out and I made a 10 by 10. And when you do a 10 by 10 and you talk about OCD and whatnot, what ends up happening here is you get the perfect double door gateway in the middle of the 10. This is a 10 by 10. And in the middle of the structure here, which is like at the end of the 5th wall, and then at the end of the 5th wall from this side, right? So basically 5 and 6 are your middle point on a gateway of a 10 by 10. You can also have, son of a pineapple, you can also have a behemoth gate because they're 8 wide. Because as you can see, 8, and then this is my 9th wall. Whoops. My 9th wall. And this is my 10th over here. Okay? And when you do a 10 by 10, they're also 10 high. And you can see that it comes right perfectly flush. And then when you go in the middle, let's say this is your bottom floor here, and you go halfway up on the 4th floor, right here, you can put your power generator right in the middle. And then what that's going to do is have it to use the efficiency of using one, well, maybe not just one, but like getting away with one generator because you're only allowed to have 3 in an area. Notice my base all the way up, no matter where I am, even in the basement at the pillar, I'm within the zone. But when I had my base all the way out here, I had some dead spots. So I used to have to put a generator right here. What? For that one light bulb I was going to have right where my bug is facing? To have the generator reach that one right over there? But because it's a sphere, the sphere of influence for the range of where your generator is going to go, that's how you do that if you want to be symmetrical. So have a base that's 10 wide and have it so that it's 10 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I'm 8 tall. Yeah, I decided to go 8 tall, sorry. You could go 10 by 10. 8 is also an even number because when you go up 4, it's a good distance for your gateway, and it's also good, sorry, for your behemoth gateway. So it is 8 by 8 for the behemoth gate. I'm gonna go and hide the range. This is why going into single player is also really good. So you could do 10 by 10 is my point, like a Rubik's Cube, like a perfect cube, to get the perfect range as to no matter where you go, you're going to be in range of that one generator. So everything off to the side here, again, is going to go away. Now I've got 2 generators that I can use to spare instead of literally none. So temporarily, I've put all of these on the ground here. And if you ever get an issue with a Dedi box, because there's essentially like unlimited weight here, and it highlights red and it just won't work, go ahead and just pick it up and put it back down. It's going to drop a bag. And then from there, just put everything in. It's going to be like infinite weight. See how I've got 5,764 metal? Well, let's take a look at my weight. My weight's only 510. Watch what happens if I go to withdraw everything. It'll slot cap me. Or if I had enough. See, 0 metal. Look at that. Look at how much my weight is. My weight is 5,821 of 510. That's not an exploit. That's just the way the game is. See, now I dumped it all back in. So you can do those little tricks like that, and then you got a half hour to essentially get your shit together. So I'm going to go and farm some metal because it's 2x event. So instead of, you know, hitting a node for 100, you'll get 200 metal. So on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead with that. I'm going to cook up some stuff in the oven. I don't need all of this crazy amount of flint. But you know what? I still appreciate the flint. There's also a way to get these into the ground. I might look into that someday. But for now, I've decided to just kind of leave this off to the side. And when it comes to design, so it's not just like a boring cube at the bottom, I have everything on pillars to give myself like a basement, right? And I had some lights here. Well, not had, I still have them. Rather than just going like all the way down, right? Like from the wall right here, just going all the way down, I actually put a metal wall in between the pillar. And then I take a metal pillar and I hit the square button and then I turn it so it's horizontal and it adds like an accent. You see that? That's just to kind of show you what it would look like, and it creates like a little indent and it just gives it a slightly different look. I could potentially put, you know, greenhouse walls if I wanted in there. But anyways, that's what I'm working with. Not too sure what else to do. I have so much of this stuff, I know it might sound crazy that I'm just dropping it all. I don't think you understand just how much shit I have. Is absolute. Now, the polymer I'm not going to throw out. That I'm not that crazy to throw at the polymer. The day I start throwing out polymer is the day you know something weird's going on with me, because I've already spent like over 20,000 polymer in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So me sitting at 21 might look bad, but I don't really need it. I've been using it to buy stuff. Right? At this point, I just kind of want to finish my cube. I want to move everything over. Oh, that's another thing I suppose I can show you, so I can just kind of rip everything apart. So like in here, for example, you know, I had a miscellaneous vault with like ammo and a couple of things like that. Not too sure, you know, what to do with it, but I definitely don't want to lose it. So we're going to fly. We could kind of tell faintly that it's white. So we're going to take that. We're going to move it over. We're going to fly in here. Doesn't matter if you clip through. That's really not like an issue. And I feel like this vault is not super important. For the time being, I'm just gonna... See what I mean with the bug? Oh, there we go. A little bit wonky. You can hit the R1 button. No, that made it worse. Can't even see what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. There we go. Flush in the corner. And again, the idea... I mean, it's really simple. It's to get the stuff out of here so I can just tear this whole shit apart, because it's driving me nuts, to be perfectly honest. Absolutely batshit crazy. It probably would have helped if I took down some of the walls first, but it doesn't matter. This way it kind of shows you how you can work around that, and you don't have to be super paranoid about it clipping into the ground. You know, like when you pick up your animal or something like that. What was this stuff again? I don't know, and to be perfectly honest, it doesn't really matter. Let's oof, can't really see. That looks about right. So that's actually exactly where I wanted it. Again, for micromanagement, it is better to just kind of move all your shit over. Just plop it in the new section of your base. And then what you do is you just go hog wild and you fucking destroy everything. Because now I can just take the shit apart. And I am going to do that. You know what? I am going to start doing that right now. And then I'll go and farm. Nothing is going to get destroyed unless something was already prior destroyed. Whatever, whoops, may need to be fixed, that will get destroyed. So you're probably going to see some of that here in some of my walls, potentially. Because greenhouse walls are fragile. Whoops. You'll just pick everything up. Boom. See that? 27. Look at all the stuff on the right I got in one shot. I've been working out so I can carry all that shit. Now I just gotta find my, I can't tell what vault is what. I'm probably gonna need to do some reorganizing after. Oh, there's nothing in here. Shit on a stick. Well, that vault is for my fabricator and my, whatchamacallit, my chem bench. The grinder has a vault, but probably not really going to use it. I don't remember if I put a vault. I did put a vault up here. Shows you how much I'm paying attention to my own shit. That's the ammo one. This is what happens when you've got shit all over the place. I've got a vault over here. Those are all my blueprints and my smithy and all that. Oh. Really? That's all that's in there? Oh, shit. Around with that. So pick that vault up. With my bare hands. Don't mind me. As I try and figure out. See, some of the vaults for like structures and stuff, I feel like I'm going to have them in the basement. I feel like I'm still going to have a basement. I just don't know how that's going to look yet. But all this stuff over here is going to come to an end. You know, it might... I know that there's structures in here. You're going to be like, oh my god, dude, it was there the whole time. No, I know there's a bunch of structures in here. But I had another one with structures. I think I'm just going to dump everything in here for now. Yeah, I don't need 355 ceilings. That's okay. I'm going to dump some stuff here. Just a little bit. I don't have too much crazy stuff going on. I want to try to use vaults as little as possible, naturally. But the cooker doesn't have wireless crafting. So you need to keep stimulant in there and fiber in the actual thing. But I'm going to use a vault next to it, which is what I've done in order to do that. Okay, let's get the... the Anki here. Oh, yeah. Got some structures there that I don't need. Still nice to have. I love this quality of life thing. That's my chitin gatherer. Obviously, this is my metal gatherer. Oops. Yeah, so I'm just going to go farm a little bit of metal. And then, like I said, I'm going to close this up a bit more. It's going to be more tight, more narrow, more claustrophobic-like. However, like I said, when you do this one here, because every second pillar, every third pillar, you got to put another pillar down, otherwise you just can't build more. So when you put a pillar up and then you put the ceiling, you can very clearly see now that it's metal. That's 1. 2 in the middle, and then on the third out from your original pillar, you have to put another one down because you can't put that ceiling piece without that pillar. And then you go 2, drop 1, 2, drop 1. Technically, if I only went 1 out, 1 out, now that's 12 on each side, which is actually the max that you can technically do for the generator distance and all that. The problem is now your pillars are going to be uneven. It's going to be like all over the place. You can't go like every second one, plop, every second one, plop. So you're going to end up having to fill in more pillars than you need. This is as clean and as minimalistic as you can actually get your pillars. Okay? So keep that in mind. So that's why I've done that. I'm going to go out as far as I can with the floor, which is really not all that great. But I am going to have a small section inside where it's on actual floors, and then I might just put some vaults in there and whatnot. I'm not going to be able to have a floor, obviously, up here. It's just going to have to be like the regular ground. And then I'm just going to lay like a couple of RGs and Therazinos to be able to make some kibble. And then like this section here, you know, I'm probably just going to take it apart. There's no need for me to keep it like that. I might actually build out here a nice 2 foundation out, 2 ceiling out, I mean, and then a ramp coming down for my animals to just be able to come. No matter their size, they'll be able to fit inside to at least get them to safety. So that's going to be the main important thing. Right now, whoops. Right now it's all about, I can't tell which one's my AK. I think it was this one. You got to be within 21 foundations to do that. Bug is... Yeah, let's pull out a couple of stuff. A couple of things, rather. Don't need that shit. I have a little bit of fertilizer. Then I gotta move all my fridges and all that. Which, to be honest, I'm not gonna do that in this video. But I do want to show you, I think I've shown you how the bug works. Again, with the structures, it's the same thing. Like you're grabbing a structure is how you grab your animal. It's not like an RG, where it's just one button, the R2. You got to push that R1 first. Whoops. There. I brought up the UI, which is R1, R1L1, or LBRB. Jesus Christ. And when you run, when you sprint, it's got the foot icon at the top right. You'll plow through trees. You don't even have to chomp them. Now you'll notice there's a little dead spot here where stuff doesn't spawn anymore. And this gate no longer despawns. So there used to be a big rock that would come here. And I put a foundation here. I put a pillar in there. Sometimes there's just mesh spots that don't work well. But I was able to place a pillar here with a ceiling piece. You can use a foundation as well if you want, but it's less likely to get eaten if you have a mesh issue. Now, it looks a little bit off, but I don't have to replace a metal gate every goddamn day. And if you clip into your own structure, by the way, you will drop your Anki. I called him Genki, or her Genki, whatever. Because she ganks metal. Get it? Anki? Genki? You gank? Anyways, I thought it was cool. I thought it was catchy, innovative, original. So it's fitting. It's my metal ganker. Yeah, exactly. You could see how this is a little wild. Sometimes I feel like it takes a moment for it to wake up. Or it means I'm going to get disconnected. Yeah. That happens a lot. That happens a lot, unfortunately. I'm just going to pause the recording here until we're back in. Alright, one of the main reasons I hate playing online is the fact that there was a rollback and I basically paused my recording for nearly 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I had to redo everything. Like, literally my entire video, everything that you saw me do in my video, not that it was that exciting, is basically gone. So I had to redo it. So now I'm just going to go farm a little bit of metal, not really do anything really all that interesting, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of chatting, showcasing the game, including the ugly. Like when you get disconnected and rolled back, which happens a lot, predominantly on my server. That happens a lot. Sometimes people troll and do it on purpose. They'll turn on and off their tech generator stuff, and they'll do all these like weird little things that'll actually contribute to the possibility of crashing the server. So again, I've just been laser focused on my little section behind my base where I grab all of the juicy metal. See? By sprint running. That's what I'm calling it. Sprint running. I am able to go through the trees because you can't chomp them because you're actually holding your tame with both claws when you're using a bug, unlike an RG where you can still beak attack stuff. Looks like we're full here already because an animal will stop auto attacking at about 70 or 80%. Once you... Oh, son of a bitch. Makes you realize just how short you are. Drop all that shit. Look at all that metal. $500,000. 572 in just those couple swings. Because of that double. At this point, I might as well just do this. If you hear a thump, 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 then that's a fucking Karcha, and you're fucked. Oh! Batters up, bitch! Bitch, I got like almost 800 melee on this motherfucker. You really don't want to play around. So, I mean, what I'm doing here, truthfully, I would consider this very low risk. A risk nonetheless. Living a life is risky. You know what I mean? Wow, that was a bit of a delayed reaction if I've ever seen one. Don't need all that flint. I'm just taking my time listening to the sounds. Usually what I do is I load up the bug with a good round of metal here. And then that'll weigh it down a lot because it doesn't compress the metal like an RG. So even though you look at the weight and you're like, wow, almost 6K. It's really not as good as my RG that's got more. The difference is the maneuverability, the utility that this bug brings, moving around like a tape jar, however you want to pronounce it. Plus, how much fucking metal do I need all in one shot? You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. See, now, because this is not my personally owned structure, it's just like the environment, I can crash into it and I won't lose my bug. Or my Anki. But if I rub it up against a structure, that's it. Keep swinging there, Jimmy. And already, because of the 2x, I only need to farm half as much as I normally would. I don't think I can grab this. Oof. Oh, wow, eh? Get on! Oh my god, seriously? Get on the mother... There we go. Now this one I'm not going to dump on the bug, because this one at least compresses it. I'm just going to dump the rest of the bullshit that he picked up. And that should be it for this run. Now, what's cool about sort of like, if you want to call it like moving forward and sticking with metal, is that all the points that you've spent potentially on crafting speed, or quality rather, you can revert that back to 100 and then put that all into like any other stat that you want. Because metal has to be crafted in a blacksmith, and your crafting skill level, speed buff that you get, doesn't apply if it's not on your person. So for me, I'm already at a point where it's useless. I'm not going to be crafting, 5,000 metal walls or anything like that. A complete waste of my time moving forward. Like I said, it's pretty much all metal, and everything that I've already built, I mean, it's already there. So, no point. I always find it's nice to have, the forge here, and wherever you're going to put the forge, where you have your deady boxes, I mean, it makes sense to do that. You can kind of spread your deady boxes around where you want them. For me, I kind of like having them all together as much as possible. So for example, I'm going to leave for there. Empty out all this metal. I'm going to start cooking it up. I might do another round really quick at Carno Island. That's another thing I got to get into. And I might actually do that now. Is bring a power generator over so I can just cryo my goddamn... whatchamacallit? My Megatherium. Because I'm tired of using the raft. Cook up a decent amount of metal for one run. Again, I got twice as much as I normally would because of the 2x event. Which is why I want to make as much use of my time as possible. As you can see there, the raft. Now, I do have that fridge there. That's like my water cryo fridge, if you want to call it that. My water cryo. But moving forward, I'm kind of tempted to just have all my cryopods here, near here anyways. And now that I'm only using one generator, for now, what I can do is do something like this. For example, where is... You see, this is how I know that something's going on. Uh-huh. Where's my generator? I mean, I do have a generator here that I don't need. Oh, that's where it is. One... Okay, that makes sense. One generator here. One generator way back there and one in here. Okay, perfect. That's what that is. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pick this up. Because there's nothing in it. Let me see something here quickly. What was I going to do? Well, this is good for... Yeah, the beaver. The beaver. Beaver's got to be somewhat in range of these. Oh. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Now I can't, because, you know, the cryopod. Oh, yeah, then you got to wait 5 minutes. Ah. Okay, good. Something to eat. Something to eat. Before I die. And this is why I don't sing. That's going to take 5 minutes. At least I'm going to go over. I'm just going to run and steal some food out of here. Definitely a lot of food going to waste here. I'm going to have to move these as well. Somewhere closer within range. Yeah, that would make sense. Pick up the feeding trough. Can I pick up... Oh, really? There's like no berries? Okay. Gonna have to do that soon. Pick up the feeding trough. Now, could be debatable as to a good place to put these. I'm not too sure where I want to do it. I mean, for the time being, I'm overthinking it. This can always, you know what I mean? Like, this can always be changed at a later date. Like that. Just for now. Yeah, see, now the birds are eating. They're all going goosey. Megatherium. Very, very important. Yeah, so we are gonna travel over, put that down. I don't know if I want to fly him over. Because then I got an extra animal I got to worry about. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to do that. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I feel like I'm all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, let me try and focus here. I feel like my brain's all over the place. I don't know what I'm really doing. I just know that I've got to finish my base. Trying to figure out how many more walls I've got to do. I mean, 6 walls there. That's pretty obvious. And I've got a bunch for my ceiling. But I'm still... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm still kind of like building. No, I'm still not in range here. The range isn't the best. There we go. Yeah, see, I can make a decent amount of walls. I feel like I've got to make 6, and then I've got to do... I feel like I got to do a good 60 walls. Easy. And then I get to just leave the beaver there. Again, the crafting speed does nothing to me. I have to build some turrets at some point. Oh, boy. Yeah. I gotta fix this. Not too sure what I'm gonna do when it comes to that. I just know that the whole rafting over thing, that's coming to an end. The raft can break, you can fix it, you can't pick it up unless you destroy it. See? It's a little bit awkward. Whereas just flying over with the bug and having... I'm going to take a sip of my drink here. Having the cryopod with you in the bug, there's literally no risk. Well, I wouldn't say no risk. Very little risk. To be honest, there's very little risk with this as well. It's not like a megalodon's just going to come and eat you up. It's not like an Alpha Tuso's going to pull your shit under and... Kibbles and bits, bitch. That's not at all how that's going to play out. So this is my old base that I just never really did much with. It's the biggest piece of land that I have where I was able to lay out a half-decent amount of foundations, which is why I did it. What I'm tempted to do is really simple. Animals don't really come here. Just like that. Cryopod deployment requires power. Okay, okay. We'll do that. See, now there's a timer. Ah. Yeah, see, now in 4.5 minutes, cryopod deployment will be allowed. So I would be able to fly over instead of grabbing the raft. Is what that means. But then, where do I put my bug? Which is what prompted me with this base. Maybe I'll just make like a small little base. I'm gonna go for another run here. I can't believe I'm at 40 minutes. But this is all to satiate my OCD. Finish up my base. Metal walls are being crafted. See what he's done here? 1, 2, 3, and then at the fourth one... Yeah, he went 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But anyways, halfway up, you put some plants. That's what I'm going to do. Problem is if there's a Titan, you're screwed. And then with all this... This is my old base, by the way. I still have it because of that dingleberry shit stain. Next to me there. I took out the regular door. Oh, I've got a generator up there. I figured I'd leave the generator up there just in case I would ever use this spot ever again. Always bring a cryopod with you in case your animal gets stuck. You can cryo them. Very important. Give me that prime meat, juvenile. Want some alphas. But more importantly, I want those scorpions. Those pulmo. Whatever those things are. See, so many people are building around here. There's always Rexes here. Oh, you don't scare me, bitch. I soloed 2 alphas at the same time, and I still had 95% health. Level 10. Get the fuck out of here. Ooh. We're getting some meat. Wow, eh? And that's without the bug buff. Aw, the little baby Rex. Level 12, which means it was a mutation, but to be honest with you, I don't really fucking care. That's my base up there too, that water pen. All of that shit. You know, not for nothing. I might as well keep on to the berries. For a little bit of my berry eaters. Yeah, people just keep fucking building here. You're allowed to build where they want, but I'm equally allowed to complain about it. What did we get? Oh, mammoth. Okay. I like the mammoth. And narcotics. Don't need that. Those give decent ingots. Even though I'm not desperate for ingots. I want to clean everything up at the island here. Normally there's a bunch of scorpions. We haven't had any. Oh, there's some there. Oh, juicy. Give me that stinger, baby. Give me that buff. 469. Oh. Oh, look at all those scorpions. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, motherfucker. I ain't even got time for that bird. One shot. I'm gonna show you how much chitty chitchin I just got. Look at that. Jesus. That's a lot of chitty chitchin. Okay. Do the rounds. Wow, that... Ring around the rosy. Megatherium claw in your butt crack. That was cringy, and it was supposed to be. How am I already... Oh, there's a scorpion. Give me the power. Bop! 379 of that shit in one shot. I just don't need that much fiber. I don't care what anyone tells me. Now, the hide I won't drop, but the fiber? Oh my god, yes. I don't give a shit about that. Wow, eh? Just spam drop this shit. All right. Do 78 for level 5. I feel like the level, not really relevant, but it kind of is. See, that one gave me 393. Oh, look at the baby raptor. Yeah, that's right, Mama. You get to live to see the pain. Sometimes there's some scorpions that hang out around. I swear, every time I come here, there's more shit built. But in a way, I don't mind it too much. Gigas and Titans and Karchas do not spawn here. And then next to my base in the water there, it's called Dead Island because there's literally no spawn point there. It's actually beautiful. It's one of my favorite spots in the whole map, in the whole game. Where that big base is with the metal gates. So like, yeah, right in his head. That's smart. So not my base there, but his. Yeah. One of the nicest spots. Arguably. Man, it's been almost an hour. Gonna have to wrap it up. Let's see what's respawned here. Usually there's a bunch of scorpions here. Yeah, there it is. And because of render distance, now they're starting to attack each other. Hey, hey, hey! Get away from my shit. Yeah, I got a few. This is much safer than running a cave. Probably won't get as much. But if you do this once or twice a day, I'm sorry, but that's a decent amount, even without the event. To be honest with you, you still get a shit ton of it. I mean, I won't go out of my way to throw it out, but definitely don't need the seeds. Oh yeah, that's a lot of meat. Come on. There, that should be good. I'll go back and start cooking up some shit. And then that's definitely going to be it for this video. There's a cave right there. A lot of people love coming here. Who built the fucking generator up there? You motherfucker. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I took over all of this and the whole other side. That's all mine. And that pinche cabron over there. What the fuck is that thing, anyways? Then he started adding all this weird stuff. He's fucking brain dead. This guy here is cool. I get along with him. You can see the behemoth gates across the water to my water pen. This just makes for a nice little cozy spot for me to have. Now, I had somebody that's like, you should take down those foundations. It's like, yeah, bitch, I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. I ain't taking shit down. Now I could remove the gas, I believe. Now that I've removed it, I want to try something. Because it's placed now. Yeah, see? It's ready to go. Because people will try and troll you and come and turn on and off your shit. It's like, yeah, there's no gas in there, motherfucker. Now, I could encase it, obviously, in a metal thing. Oh my god, this is going to break an hour. There's no way anybody's making it to the end. Uh-oh. He's not going to make it back home if I leave his ass there. Alright, Snuffleupagus, let's go. Go back home. The Incredible Hulk. The Green Meanie. It's fitting, because this color, I mean, unless you're colorblind. See, you can see my base over there. Starting to render in. It sucks to be that thing. Yeah, the metal is so much easier to count the segments, too. And it's easier on the engine to render metal over stone, because stone actually has more going for it. There's more detail. Stone actually, in my opinion, looks better, but metal looks cleaner. But again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And now we're gonna... Ow. Ow. Really? Fuck. Didn't really think of that. Oh, shit. Where the hell am I going without a helmet? Oh, yeah, I did this earlier. I forgot to grab this. Yeah, I've got some big plans, like I said, that I don't want to record. Just because I need to focus. This I didn't need to focus much for. I just wanted to share some gameplay. And that was pretty much it. Bitch, I moved you out of the way earlier. I guess not. Come on. He's sitting backwards on it. This is what's going to be interesting, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it from where I am. I'm probably not going to be able to do that. And that is crafting leather. We can find out the range, by the way. Whoops. That we can find out. And then the keratin is down here. I need a couple of more Deddy boxes just for a few things. But like the chitin here. Whoops. Visual options, show range. Yeah, see? It doesn't make it inside of the base. So we won't be able to wireless... Thought I was going to throw myself overboard there. Visual options, hide the range. I mean, truth be told, I don't know why I'm making this such a big fucking deal. I can just, first of all, grab all the keratin out. Oh, right, but then I need stone, and yeah, that's too complicated. That is too complicated. I'll worry about that later. All right, I'm going to end the recording here. Now I'm just going to, like I said, build in some of the walls there. Get this over and done with so that I can start better planning what I want to do with the basement. Destroy the rest of my stuff. And just kind of go from there. So, for example... Not that this is really exciting or anything. That always lags when you open it up. But see, then I can come like this way and just kind of get off like that. Just start filling in everything. And then you can do both sides, like that side, the inside's got all the grooves, the outside it's all smooth. You can choose, you know, which side you want. There's no real right or wrong. I mean, nobody else would do it the other way. It's not too bad. Like I said, by the end of today, once I tear down the rest of the walls from my old base and I work on the basement as well. The basement is, I feel, where I'm going to want to keep a lot of my stuff. Truth be told, I might even do my crafting station down there in the basement, right? My power generator is going to reach it. And if I put a Dedi box and I maybe Dedi box in the middle, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's what I want to basically think about. Like that forge, I'm probably going to leave it there. There is a part of me that sort of wants to bring everything on the ground. But the problem with the ground is it could be a little bit risky. It can be. Unless I make like a little metal, you know, nook or something. And like my little base is all symmetrically perfectly in the middle here. My behemoth gate is lined up with this behemoth gate. So in closing, like I said, if you want to do something longer than 20... then you can also do, or 10, you could also do 20. But then it'll be a little bit uneven, right? Because if you do 10, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, then you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You got to make sure those numbers are still even. Otherwise, the power generators where you place them in the middle won't capture everything. But yeah, underneath here, I think it would be kind of cool you know, to finish this up here. The hell's going on over there? Little party. To kind of do a little thing here where I can have all my crafting station. I can do just everything down here. It might be beneficial. I'll just kind of have to wait and see as I piece everything together. Maybe I'll put my grinder, like I said, and just everything in here and just sort of see how it goes. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. As always, if you liked the video, you know the drill. Naturally, that would be great. It does greatly help support the channel with that algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, well, it's too bad. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally. Or, yeah, did I already say? I don't remember. Whatever. You already know the drill. Doesn't matter. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.